The Acoustic 260 Fuzz board. We're looking at it from downside up. If you were to open up the case, you'd see it like this. So we're going to flip it over like you're going to work on it or check some components. I'm going to point out the components that we mapped out from the schematics. So here we're starting at the attack side, or sorry, the gain side, and then the attack side. If it's in facing forward, you click it on and you adjust the gain over here. Alright. So we're looking at R45. R45. It's 100K. I have to look at my little map here I made. Well, the schematic's a map, but finally drew it to the picture. I printed off and kind of just drew it out. We have R44 right here. That is the 10K. R44 10K. Now in this one, if you're working on a 260, you're working on the fuzz section, your board may have a relay dealing with the fuzz, or it may have another PCB that is not in the schematics, that it acts as the relay, and that's where some of these wires go out to. These two particularly, this one here. You'll come across this capacitor. This capacitor here is the coupling for the switch, I believe, because that's your switch. Then you have your two posts here. 25 volts comes in, goes right down to here. 25 volts is in here, and you switch, gets the signal all flowing through. But this capacitor is negative. It's connected to this side here, and this goes out to the white switch. So it comes in, or goes out to the white wire. Not on the schematic. It's not on the schematic. Not on the one I have anyways. Alright, so to recap, that one's missing. R45, R44, C30. Now this one here is C30. That is connected to the emitter of Q10. So you have Q10, C30, the positive side. Then you have the collector, which takes in the 25 volts here to Q10, comes straight through on that 25 volt rail. Off of Q10 as well, you can see at the top of the schematic if you're looking at it, you have the 6.8 R39 right here, 6.8 K R39. Then we have the R42, the 1 megohm right here. And we have C, there's a little tantalum, 1 microfarad, is C28. The electrolytic cat, the 100 microfarad, is C20. And this one here is Q7. So this one has only two. The base is snipped. And only the emitter and collector are in play here, and that acts as a voltage regulator per the theory of operation. You can read that, or I'll read it here in a minute. So moving along. So next to C20, kind of tucked in here, is R36. That's the 100K right here. R36. Next to R47. I'm sorry, R37, 36, 37, and 35. So I'll repeat that again. That's R36, it's 100K. R37 is the 47K. And we have the 1 meg R35. Tucked on the other side of the capacitor, which is C24 right here, C24. We have a 22K, these are 5%, 22K. And that right there is R23, R23. Next to R33, right here, which is a 68K. And above that is the C22. And moving along to the tiny one here, that is the, what we got here, C23. C23, that's the 150. And that one's got the little diamond, so that's a real particular. That's the one there. And of course next to there we have the 470. Okay, so we're looking at R32. R32. Followed by R30 right here, the 22K. Now if we kind of move closer towards the front of the board, we're looking at R31 next to C21. On the other side is another 22K, 5%, is R38. So we got R38 right here. Now we're looking at Q8. That's Q8. So R38, 22K, 5%. Q8. This one has a little green dot on the top for a matched pair throughout the system. Now we're next to Q9. Here, this is the only one that stands out as far as the transistors go on this board. All right. The two capacitors below it, right here, we have C26 right here. That's a 0.0025. Then we have C27, 0.001. C25. And that pretty much covers the components there. Here's your variable resistors. So you have R40, right? And that is a 500K. M070-500K. Part number 3046849. And this one here is a M080-500K. This is your 41. Right, so that's the 41. This one here turns on and off. It's got the switch on it. And this here is the gain switch. Now that's this board. Of course, this is a signal in, foot switch. Well, it's supposed to be foot switch. It goes out to the other little board. And then this also goes out to the relay board. It's like a pass-through relay. Power, your orange here is 25 volts throughout the system. Yeah, so the only one that's not on this schematic is right here. This capacitor is 1 microfarad. And there you go. That is the fuzz board for the Acoustic 260. I have this magnifier lens on, so a little bit, if I don't pull a little bit far out, it gets kind of out of focus. Now in the back, I left one capacitor out. This capacitor right here is C29. That right there is C29. And of course, you can go like so real quick. If you're watching this, the links for the schematics and stuff will be available. That's the fuzz side. So there we go. That is the fuzz board for the Acoustic 260. Also known as the 70s fuzz, Robbie Krieger fuzz, the Doors fuzz. Fuzz on.